Tide Sports Network. And welcome back, everyone, to Coleman Coliseum on the campus of the University of Alabama here in Tuscaloosa. Again, Roger Hoover with you courtside. Ethan Carabin producing what is now streaming the Courtside Cam, driven by NASCAR, and our Facebook and YouTube channels. Jerry Kelly, Brett Weberg producing this game back at our Learfield studios. Starting lineups presented by Alabama One Credit Union. First for the visiting Arkansas Razorbacks, led by head coach Mike Neighbors, now in his 7th season in Fayetteville. Starting at guard, a 5'7" junior from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, Samara Spencer. Also at guard, a 6'2" redshirt sophomore from Middletown, Maryland, the UConn transfer Saylor Poffenbarger. Also at guard, a 5'8" sophomore from Choctaw, Mississippi, Carly Keats. At forward, a 6'4" redshirt sophomore from Bentonville, Arkansas, Miriam Dowda, who led the way with 17 points last time out against Mississippi State. Then at guard, a 5'8" grad student from Frederick, Maryland, Michaela Daniels. Arkansas again led by head coach Mike Neighbors. Now look at the Alabama Crimson Tide, led by head coach Christy Curry. Alabama 15-3 on the season, 2-1 in conference play. Back-to-back road wins this past week at Mizzou and at Georgia. Starting at point guard, a 5'8" senior from Florence, South Carolina, Loyal McQueen. Also at guard, a 6' senior from Birmingham, Sarah Ashley Barker, leading the way, averaging 16 points per game. At forward, a 6'4" freshman from Valdosta, Georgia, Essence Cody, who leads the Tide with 35 blocks and 6 rebounds per game. At guard, a 5'8" junior from Charlotte, North Carolina, the NC State transfer, Jessica Timmons. And then at forward, a 6' senior from East Lansing, Michigan, Aaliyah Nye. Nye, last performance, 15 points. She has exactly 1,000 in her career combined between 2 years at Illinois and 2 years here at the Capstone. Alabama, led by head coach Christy Curry, now in her 11th season here in Tuscaloosa. She is assisted by Roman Tubner, Kelly Curry, and Tennille Adams. Director of Operations Bryce Dillard, athletic trainer Alicia Grisby, strength and conditioning coach Ashley Beaver, development and recruiting Colston Thompson, video and creative services Sydney Ann Cottrell, sports information Anna Nobles. Our officials for today: Michael McConnell, Natasha Kamey, and Teresa Stuck, all wearing the gray shirts with white pinstripes, black shoulders, black pants, black shoes for all the officials. The Arkansas Razorbacks in the road cardinal red with white numerals on the front and back trimmed in black. Arkansas written across the front of the jersey in white trimmed in black. Meanwhile, for the Alabama Crimson Tide, the home white jerseys and pants. It's Alabama written across the front in crimson. Crimson numerals on the front and back for the Alabama Crimson Tide. Alabama against Arkansas. Natasha Kamey in the center circle. The ball is tipped and away we go. Basketball controlled by the Crimson Tide as Essence Cody wins the tip-off. Gives to McQueen, now to Barker. Alabama with Barker dribbling under the basket and around the baseline. Now moves back to the left wing. Tide on the left goal to start this game. Arkansas on the right. We're just getting going in the first of 4 10-minute quarters in women's basketball. Timmons, SEC logo, kind of goes up for a shot. Lost control of the basketball and a whistle is blown. And a foul is going to be called against Arkansas and Michaela Daniels. That'll be her first. First team foul as well. Only 18 seconds into this game. It is a shooting foul, so Timmons to the free throw line for Alabama. Jessica Timmons, 82% free throw shooter. First of 2. Swirls off the iron, no good. One more coming up for Timmons, no score. 18 seconds into the game. Three dribbles, the shot. Rattles in. Crimson Tide 1, Razorbacks nothing. Arkansas with its first possession 20 seconds into the ball game. Spencer over the timeline left. Pass to Poffenbarger on the right wing. A quick handoff there to Daniels. Daniels, after looking low, goes to Poffenbarger in the right corner. Now right wing again, this time to Dowda. Dowda, handoff to Daniels. At the top of the key, she passes to Carly Keats. Keats takes it to the SEC logo, forces up a shot that's good. Arkansas with a 2-1 lead after that basket by Carly Keats, who's only been averaging 5 points per game for the Razorbacks. Basketball with Alabama. Barker charges down the right side of the lane. Feels some pressure by Poffenbarger. Throws up a shot. That's no good. Rebound tapped around. Finally controlled by Spencer. And then a foul called in transition on the Crimson Tide. That'll be on Essence Cody. First foul on her. First team foul on the Crimson Tide. 9:05 left to go in this first quarter. Basketball back with the Razorbacks, holding on to a 2-1 lead. Spencer Inside the arc in the left wing, now the top of the key, back to the left wing. Daniels leans inside, left side lane, floater in the crimson paint, no good. Daniels grabs her own miss, back to the top of the key. Spencer with the three, off the back iron, no good. Poffenberger with the rebound, the tallest tree in the forest, and now the basketball back to Arkansas. Keats with the three-pointer up, off the window and iron, no good, but the rebound by Poffenberger. More O boards for the Razorbacks. Poffenberger to Spencer, all the way to the left wing, now back to Keats, handoff to Dowda. Dowda spins around left elbow, top of the key, Spencer. Shot clock at 7. Spencer, runner in the paint, won't go. Dowda with the rebound. Dowda spins around, throws it back up. A back iron brick, and the basketball back to the Crimson Tide. Crazy possession that time for Arkansas, especially getting all those offensive rebounds. 5 total rebounds for the Razorbacks. Timmons driving left side layup, blocked by Dowda, and the ball in transition picked up by Spencer. Spencer kicks it out in transition. Here's Keats with the three-pointer. Too strong from the left corner, and the rebound goes out of play with Daniels. Otherwise, it would have been another offensive rebound for Arkansas. So the Razorbacks out-rebounding Alabama at 6-2 so far in this game. And if you look at Arkansas, 4 rebounds picked up on the offensive glass. So just under 8 minutes left to go in this opening quarter. 2-1 Arkansas leads. Parker driving left side against Poffenberger. Throws up a shot. It's good, and she's fouled. Sarah Ashley Barker puts Alabama back in front by a 3-2 score, and a chance at a three-point play coming up. Razorbacks very thin depth. Talia Scott has not played with a back injury for now the last 3 games. She's been an outstanding freshman, averaging 22 points per game. And the Razorbacks, with a few other players dealing some injuries, they only played 2 players off the bench last time out against Mississippi State. Barker, the and one, won't go, and the rebound by Poffenberger on the right block. Basketball to the Razorbacks. Razorbacks quickly with Spencer down the left side lane, throws up a shot, no good. Rebound tapped at a play by Dowda. Basketball back to Alabama. 7:43 left to go in this first quarter. Alabama, a 3-2 lead. Crimson Tide get the basketball from Barker to McQueen. No backcourt pressure from the Razorbacks. McQueen dribbling over Script A and Crimson at midfloor, surrounded by the state outline. McQueen on the left wing to the free throw line, right side lane, bounce pass to the left block. Cody's there, throws up a shot, no good. Fight for the rebound. Barker wins the fight. Barker puts it up. Barker puts it in. Crimson Tide 5, Razorbacks 2. 7:20 left to go in this first quarter. Basketball back with Arkansas. Spencer swings it behind her back, top of the key to Dowda, all the way to Poffenberger. Right corner Daniels, her three, off the back iron, no good. Rebound left block by McQueen. Here come the Crimson Tide. Chance to build on a 3-point lead 3 minutes into the game. McQueen to Cody, top of the key, loads up a three-pointer, hits a three-pointer. Essence Cody makes it Alabama 8, Arkansas 2. Razorback basketball, quickly down the floor, Keats, right wing, an uncontested three, no good. Right there on the left block for the rebound, Aaliyah Nye. Crimson Tide moving down the floor with Timmons, driving, right side layup, got it. Off the window, 10-2, Alabama. 6:40 left to go in what's been a dominant start to this game. An interception. It's Sarah Ashley Barker, left side layup. You know it. 12-2 Crimson Tide. Energy all over the place for everyone, and Crimson and White. Timeout Arkansas. 6:33 left to go in this first quarter, but it's the Crimson Tide on an 11-0 run, and Alabama's in front by a 12-2 score. Back with the rest of the opening period next. This is the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield. for Christy Curry and the Alabama Crimson Tide, as we still have 6:33 left to go in the first quarter. Crimson Tide fans, we remind you to stay up to date with all recommended vaccinations. Flu season is here and COVID-19 continues to affect our community, so don't wait. Vaccinate. Visit alabamapublichealth.gov/IMM today to learn more about how you can stay up to date on vaccinations. ADPH is proud to support the Crimson Tide. Arkansas was in front by a 2-1 score, and since then 11-0 run for Alabama, kind of getting it done all areas of the floor. We've seen one three-pointer made so far, Essence Cody. Sarah Ashley Barker leading the charge. 6 points already for Alabama, along with one rebound that helped lead to one of her baskets. Then had a steal and a score a moment ago. Razorbacks back with the basketball. Poffenberger, top of the key, a quick handoff to Keats. Keats back to Poffenberger. In between the rings, looks left. Step around Dowda's screen, gives to Dowda in the paint, but that's tipped. Dowda still gets it back. Finds on the left side Spencer, loads up a three-pointer, leaves it short. Rebound in the left corner by Spencer. Flashes it back to the top of the key, Keats. Keats, dribble to the left, hand off to Spencer. Spencer down the right side lane, throws up a shot, no good. Fight for the rebound, Dowda grabs it back. Dowda recycles it back in the right corner. Spencer a step inside the arc, right side lane, in the crimson paint, throws up a shot, no good. Rebounds her own miss, throws up another one, that's no good. Another miss and another throw up by a Razorbacks, and that one will be no good, but a foul is going to be called as Arkansas again continues having opportunities due to all the offensive rebounds we've seen. Finally putting it up was Carly Johnson. She got fouled and will head to the free throw line as the foul is called against Alabama's Aaliyah Nye. Arkansas out-rebounding Alabama 11-6. 8 offensive rebounds for Arkansas, 3 defensive. First free throw no good by Johnson. Sophomore at a Mustang High School in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. She makes the second to make it 12-3. Basketball back with Alabama. 5:37 left to go in this first quarter. Tied in front by 9. Timmons spinning around inside the arc right wing. Feels some pressure and a travel's call just as Johnson was stabbing at the basketball trying to come up with a steal. So the turnover will give the basketball to the Razorbacks. First turnover on the Crimson Tide in this game. We've only seen one turnover to this point on Arkansas. Razorbacks with Poffenbarger will inbound the basketball. Right to Samara Spencer. Angles over the timeline right. Top of the key, a handoff to Keats. Keats, top of the key to Dowda. Dowda looks to the left wing. Bounce pass left side lane. Spencer drives in, and a whistle blown and a travel. Spencer picked up her feet trying to get around Sarah Ashley Barker, who is jumping up on defense for the Crimson Tide. 5:16 left to go in the first quarter. Alabama 12, Arkansas 3. Crimson Tide with the basketball. Loyal McQueen over the middle of the timeline. Pounding the right-handed dribble, passes top of the key to Barker. Barker around the screen by Cody to the right elbow. Barker to the left elbow. Bounce pass, left side lane's kicked by the Razorbacks' Poffenbarger, and it will still be Crimson Tide ball. 20 on the shot clock, 5:03 left to go in this first quarter. 12-3 Alabama. Inbounds on a bounce into Leah Nye, right side, inside the arc. It jumpers in and out, no good, and the rebound plucked away by the Razorbacks. Poffenbarger dashes down the left side lane, throws up a shot, no good. Dowda with the rebound, and a right side layup good. More offensive rebounds for the Razorbacks. 12-5 the score. Alabama's lead at 7 with 4:44 left to go in this first quarter. McQueen to the top of the key. McQueen cuts inside, right elbow extended, and lefty with a jumper that's good. 14-5 Alabama. Loyal McQueen found the mid-range jumper. Basketball to the Razorbacks. Spencer on the right wing. Flashes inside, left side lane, throws it up, throws it in, and she's fouled. Underhand layup, and the foul committed by Alabama's Carly Weathers, who just checked in, sophomore out of Loretto, Tennessee. Kayla Daniels back in to replace Carly Keats. To the free throw line will be Arkansas with Samara Spencer for an and one opportunity. 73% free throw shooter. 14-7. Now 14-8 as that free throw is good. Basketball back to Alabama. McQueen over the timeline with 4:20 remaining in the first quarter. McQueen around the screen. Couple steps to the right side. Now collides with her defender, and a blocking foul called against Spencer. Mike Neighbors having it right in front of him, can't believe it. Samara Spencer called for her first foul. Third team foul on Arkansas. Alabama also with 3 team fouls so far in this first quarter. Inbounds pass to Barker. Quick handoff back to McQueen, left side of the lane, under the basket, a bounce pass to Weathers, right corner three, high arching and good. Carly Weathers, Alabama 17, Arkansas 8. Basketball back to the Razorbacks. Daniels, Spencer, right wing, she loads up a three, off the back iron, no good. Rebound collected by Johnson, and it's McQueen with contact from behind. She'll be called for the foul. First foul on Loyal, fourth team foul on the Crimson Tide. Razorbacks will have the ball on the floor as Berger Williams comes in to give Loyal McQueen her first rest of the game. 3:58 left to go in this first quarter. 17-8 Alabama playing at home against Arkansas. Razorbacks trying to trigger the inbounds pass in. Spencer to Poffenbarger on the left wing. And off back to Spencer. Spencer now guarded by Barker at the top of the key. Spencer wants some help from Dowda, goes around the screen by Herb to the right before switching back to the left. Poffenbarger with 5 in the shot clock, top of the key. Poffenbarger spins around in the paint, underhand layup, kicks out, rebound, Aaliyah 9. Basketball to Alabama. Here come the Crimson Tide with Carly Weathers over the timeline left. 17-8 Alabama with the lead, 3.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Weathers to the free throw line, into the paint, bounces it to the left side. Cunningham's there, left side layup good. 19-8 Alabama. Carly Weathers the assist on Cunningham's first 2 of the game. Basketball with the Razorbacks. Top of the key, Daniels to Spencer on the right wing. Spencer to Dowda, handoff to Spencer. Spencer driving, kicks it out. Daniels left corner three is good. 19-11, the Razorbacks with its first three-pointer of the ball game after Arkansas had missed its first 7 shots from beyond the arc. 9-point Alabama lead, tied with the ball. Barker into the paint, kicks it out. Williams, left corner three, got it! Berger Williams, 22-11. Alabama doubling up the Razorbacks to this point. Basketball going right back to Arkansas. It's Spencer inside the arc on the right side. Pass top of the key, nearly stolen by Barker. Instead, it's Daniels to Poffenbarger. Left side three, off the iron, no good. Weathers grabs the rebound. Basketball going to the Crimson Tide. 22-10, Alabama in front. It's Barker. Just inside the arc, bounce pass tipped. Weathers wasn't looking for it, and it's stolen away by Spencer. Spencer. Originally ruled that Daniels had a 3, but it was changed rather to a long 2 just inside the arc. So 22-10 Alabama. Dowda at the top of the key, 2:10 remaining in this first quarter. Here comes the Spencer, this time a 3, and it's good. 22-13 after that one made by Spencer, who stepped up her scoring for the Razorbacks. 6 points by her. Barker driving, right side layup floated up, swirls through, and finally through the cylinder good. 24-13, it looked like it would miss to the left. Instead, down through the cylinder. Basketball with Arkansas. Alabama's made 5 shots in a row. Top of the key, Dowda. Dowda throws it down low. Poffenbarger, right side layup, good. 24-15, both sides starting to get in a good groove offensively. Alabama maintaining a large lead, a 9-point advantage with 1.5 minutes to play in this first quarter. Top of the key, Cunningham, then to Barker. Barker in between the rings. Passes to Aaliyah Nye. Nye at the top of the key. Nye around the screen to the right. Set by Cunningham. Top of the key to Barker. Barker to Cunningham. SEC logo. Spins around, and maybe one too many spins. Picked up turnover, traveling with the basketball, Johnny Cunningham. Basketball will go back to the Razorbacks. Meg Newman in for the first time, replacing Sarah Ashley Barker. Good effort by Barker to start this game, leading the way with 8 of Alabama's first 24 points. Also, Naomi Jones back in for the Crimson Tide. Played a minute last game against Georgia after she was out the game before that against Missouri. Poffenbarger to Spencer, and the Razorbacks have the basketball. 24-15, Alabama leading Arkansas as we approach the 1-minute mark in this first quarter. Spencer in between the rings, guarded by Williams. Few dribbles to the left, around the screen by Poffenbarger. Now inside, driving, throws up a shot. It's good. It's basically all Spencer right now for Arkansas. 8 of the 17 points. 24-17, Alabama the lead in the ball. Top of the key, Newman. Free throw line, right side lane. Newman has her shot blocked away by Poffenbarger and stolen away by the Razorbacks. Poffenbarger over the timeline, dumps it back to Spencer. Long range 3, off the iron, and the rebound to Aaliyah Nye. That was from a couple steps to the left side of the top of the key. Nye, after the rebound, gives to Berger Williams. She takes the ball over the timeline left. 7-second difference in between the game clock and the shot clock. Shot clock down to 17. Williams on the left wing. Inside the arc, free throw line, top of the key, Newman. Newman, left elbow, 10 on the shot clock to Nye on the left wing. Nye dribbling to the top of the key, 5 on the shot clock. Carly Weathers, top of the key. Weathers runs screen to the elbow, back to Jones. Right side layup, no good, and the rebound by Poffenbarger. Basketball to Razorbacks, 4 seconds left. Poffenbarger, top of the key, free throw line. Off balance jumper is good. A basket right before the close of the first quarter. And Arkansas, a good scoring surge to make it a 5-point game after what had been a very dominant start for the Crimson Tide in this first quarter. Again, the score here in Tuscaloosa, Alabama 24, Arkansas 19. We will step away and start the second quarter next. This is the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield. Alabama 24, Arkansas 20. So they reviewed that one basket by Daniels that it looked like on the floor was called a three-pointer. The officials went back and reviewed it, and one more point has been added for Arkansas. So it's now 24-20 as we get ready to start the second quarter of play. Fans, you can stay up to date with the latest on the Crimson Tide by tuning into Tide TV This Week. Check your local listings for TV times in your area. And remember, Tide TV This Week also on demand on RollTide.com. Tide TV This Week hosted by Kinsey Hughes. Crimson Tide 24, Razorbacks 20. Spencer leading the way with 8 points for Arkansas. Meanwhile, leading the way with 8 points for the Crimson Tide, Sarah Ashley Barker. Very good start to this game for Sarah Ashley. Crimson Tide, 10 of 16 from the floor, 63% shooting. Razorbacks, 8 of 26, 31% from the floor. Arkansas, 2 for 11 now from beyond the arc. Alabama, a perfect 3 for 3 so far in this game. Razorbacks, another big difference is rebounding. Arkansas has now rebounded Alabama 16-9 so far in this game, and the offensive rebounds are pretty striking. 10 offensive rebounds for Arkansas, 1 offensive rebound so far for Alabama. So point of emphasis for Christy Curry has to be rebounding from the first quarter to the second quarter. Alabama will be on the floor with Timmons, McQueen, Nye, Cody, and Barker, all starters on the floor for Alabama. The Razorbacks have, again, very thin depth, and it's a shame that Talia Scott continues to be injured after putting together what has been a dominant start to her Arkansas career. The freshman from just outside of Jacksonville, Florida, averaging 22 points per game. She leads the Razorbacks with 43-point makes on the year. Basketball back with Arkansas as we're underway here in the second quarter. Spencer over the timeline right, again leading the way with 8 points for Arkansas. Spencer kicks it back out to Dowda on the right side, starting to drive right baseline against Cody. Goes up for a shot. Cody tried for a block. However, she'll be called for a blocking foul. So for Cody, that's her second foul. First team foul against the Tide. It is a shooting foul, sending Miriam Dowda to the free throw line. She's coming off her first career double-double with 17 points, 13 rebounds last time out against Mississippi State in a game the Razorbacks narrowly lost 66-63 on Thursday in Fayetteville. Dowda to the line, 81% free throw shooter, lines up her first and misses off the back iron. One more coming up for Dowda. Up. Off the iron, finally rattles home. 24-21, Alabama led by as much as 11 in the first quarter. Top of the key with the basketball. Timmons, then to Barker. Barker, he dribbles to the right, passes back to the left to McQueen. McQueen at the top of the key. Around a screen by Cunningham to the right elbow. Top of the key, Timmons, shot clock at 10. McQueen on the right wing. Dribbles inside the arc, picked up her dribble. A turnover on the Crimson Tide, fourth in the game to this point for Alabama. Basketball will go to the Razorbacks, only trailing by 3. Couldn't have got off to much worse of a start for Arkansas, but they battled back well. It was 12-2 and Mike Neighbors called timeout, and then it was an 18-12 run, essentially to close out first quarter for the Razorbacks. Johnson back to Spencer. Spencer from the right to left. Left side lane, long runner in the paint won't go. Dowda, another offensive rebound, then her shot blocked out of play by Cunningham. Still basketball with Arkansas. 9:07 left to go in the second quarter. It's Alabama 24, Arkansas 21. Same final score as Alabama football defeated the Razorbacks back this fall in Tuscaloosa. Inbounds pass to Dowda, then a quick handoff to Spencer. Spencer at the top of the key. Spencer nearly lost it. Was able to find Johnson as she was driving in. A quick foul is going to be called. That'll be on Jessica Timmons, first on her. Team foul number 2. Carly Weathers comes in to replace Loyal McQueen for the Crimson Tide. Also, Johnson goes out. Daniels back in for Arkansas. Razorback Spencer on a bounce to Poffenbarger. Now out to Spencer. Spencer at the top of the key. Spencer tries her pass, but it's stolen away. Left side by Aaliyah Nye. Nye leading the fast break. Finds Barker. Left side 3 on the way. Swirls off the iron, no good. A fight for the rebound between Dowda and Weathers, and it's out of play. Last touch by Dowda, so it will be Crimson Tide ball. Good steal by Aaliyah Nye for the Crimson Tide. Her first today and her 40th of the season. Timmons triggered the inbounds pass in from the left side. Quickly into Weathers. Weathers in the left corner, left wing, top of the key, Barker. Barker against Poffenbarger, driving. Right side layup, won't go, and the rebound picked up by Arkansas. Barker hit the deck trying to go for that shot, quickly got back on her feet. Poffenbarger to Spencer on the right wing. Spencer at the free throw line, spins around there, into the Crimson paint, throws up a shot, no good. Cunningham a two-handed rebound and then a jump ball called. Alternate possession will favor Alabama as Spencer came in fighting for that basketball and eventually got it tied up. Also eventually helped to her feet by Dowda. Crimson Tide ball, 8:25 left to go in the second quarter. Alabama 24, Arkansas 21. Barker ready for the inbounds pass on a bounce to Timmons. Timmons essentially running the offense with Loyal McQueen on the bench at the moment. Basketball, Cunningham to Timmons. Timmons, top of the key to Nye, but a whistle blown. Offensive foul called against Gianna Cunningham. I was away from the ball, and a legal screen set by Cunningham. First 2 minutes of the second quarter, 3 team fouls called against Alabama, none on the Razorbacks. Poffenbarger ready to inbound the basketball, and she will to Spencer. Spencer over the timeline right. Spencer on the right wing. Passes to Dowda, top of the key. Razorbacks trailing by 3. Poffenbarger, left side lane. Top of the key, Dowda. Dowda lost control of the ball, taken away by Alabama. Steal by Timmons. Timmons to the free throw line. Lets her offense catch up. Flashes it to Nye. Nye to Cunningham. Left side lane. Switches to the right side. Throws up a shot. Dowda blocks it away. Spencer comes up with it. Razorback basketball. Arkansas down 3. Top of the key, Poffenbarger. Poffenbarger launches a three-pointer. Off the iron, no good. And the rebound in the paint by Alabama's Cunningham. Basketball to the Tide. Over the timeline right, Timmons. Timmons with Alabama up 24-21 at the top of the key. Timmons feeling some pressure to Barker in between the rings. Barker, top of the key, driving, right elbow, bounce past Cunningham. Free throw line jumper, off the back iron, no good. Poffenbarger with the rebound right block. Basketball to the Razorbacks. 7:07 left to go in this second quarter. Alabama 24, Arkansas 21. Scoring drought of 2:45 for the Razorbacks. Pass to Spencer, driving, right side layup, well short, and the rebound right block, Timmons. Basketball to Alabama. Chance to build on a three-point lead. Alabama's gone a little cold from the floor. It's Weathers at the top of the key. Weathers Left side of the lane, left block, looks for help. Bounce pass top of the key to Timmons. Timmons after spinning around. Cunningham sets a screen. Timmons to the right. Timmons, right elbow, high floater is good. That breaks the scoring drought for Alabama. 26-21, Alabama back in front by 5. 6.5 minutes to go before halftime. Basketball with Arkansas with Spencer. Bounce pass to Poffenbarger, top of the key, just inside the arc. Poffenbarger, after a step inside, floats it back to Daniels. Daniels around Dowda. Daniels, free throw line, swings it back to Poffenbarger, launches a long three, off the iron, no good. Rebound by Ilianai. Basketball to Alabama, chance to build on a 5-point lead. 6:05 in the second quarter. Timmons a three. Yes! Jessica Timmons makes it Alabama 29 and Arkansas 21. Excellent work by the Crimson Tide. Back-to-back baskets by Jessica Timmons to grow the lead. Now it's Spencer driving left side, kicks it out in the left corner. Keats, left side of the lane, jumper is up and good. 29-23 breaks a nearly 4-minute scoring drought for Arkansas. Crimson Tide ball, 6-point lead. Barker, top of the key, gets tangled up with Poffenbarger, and Poffenbarger will be called to the reach-in foul. Second on Sailor Poffenbarger. All fouls for Arkansas, magnified with the thin depth that the Razorbacks have coming into this game. Only used 2 players off the bench last time out against Mississippi State. Alabama, meanwhile, has depth. Cunningham goes out. Naomi Jones back in. Berger Williams now replaces Leah Nye. Crimson Tide ball with Timmons. Bounce pass top of the key to Williams. 6-point Alabama lead. Tied with the ball. Driving in Timmons on the right side, nearly lost it. Saves it back in play, but it's stolen by Poffenbarger. Poffenbarger over the timeline left, into the paint. Knocks down Barker, and a foul is going to be called. Offensive foul against Poffenbarger. That is her third. Third foul on her as she knocked down Sarah Ashley Barker. That's been a tough physical matchup, both sides, all throughout this first half, but maybe coming to a close here in the first half. We may have to wait until the second half to see it again. Basketball going to the Crimson Tide. Razorbacks now with 2 team fouls, Alabama with 3. 5:20 remaining in this second quarter. Barker, top of the key. To Weathers. Weathers to the free throw line, right side lane. Against Lawrence, throws it up, no good. Rebound tipped out of play by the Razorbacks. Jenna Lawrence just came in, the 6'3" freshman from Farmington, Arkansas, taking the spot of Poffenbarger. 5:12 remaining in this second quarter. Alabama 29, Arkansas 23. Timmons waiting for the inbounds pass, finally heaves it to Weathers, top of the key. A quick handoff to Barker. Barker, 10 on the shot clock. Bounce pass to Jones, she's got it left side, throws up a shot that's good, but she picked up her dribble and feet and traveled to the basketball. Wipes away what would have been Alabama's 30th and 31st points. Samara Spencer back in for the Razorbacks, replacing Michaela Daniels. 5:04 still to go in this second quarter. It's a 29-23 lead for Alabama against Arkansas. Spencer over the timeline right. Razorbacks 1 of 7 from the floor so far in the second quarter. Keats inside the arc, right side lane, jumper, swirls off the iron, no good, and contact called and a foul called against Alabama, trying to fight for the rebound. That has Christy Curry in disbelief. Look to the heavens of the arch roof, look down to the floor, and slowly stands back up after that foul call against Alabama's Berger Williams. First foul on Berger, that'll take us to a timeout on the floor. 4:49 left to go in the second quarter. It's Alabama 29, Arkansas 23. This is the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield. Coleman, it's Alabama 24, Arkansas 23, still 4:49 left to go in the second quarter. Fans, make sure you watch Crimson Drive, driven by NASCAR, Thursday afternoons at 2 p.m. Central on all CTSN social media platforms. Crimson Drive features interviews with Alabama players, coaches, as well as media members to give you the latest on Tide athletics. Crimson Drive, driven by NASCAR. We're hoping for some Courtside Cam highlights for all of you watching, sponsored by NASCAR as well. On all of our CTSN social media platforms, not just from this game in women's basketball, men's basketball as well. On Tuesday night, when the Crimson Tide will be home against Missouri, NATO to the Tide, off to a perfect 3-0 start in SEC play after last night's win against Mississippi State. And we'll also be talking some football. Crimson Tide, an exciting new era started yesterday with Kalen DeBoer introduced as the new head coach for the Crimson Tide football team. Plenty on that this week. Top of the key, Keats getting the inbounds pass, three-pointer no good. Lawrence the rebound, saves his possession for Arkansas. Alabama 29, Arkansas 23, 4:40 left to go in the second quarter. Driving Spencer, left side layup, rattles home. It's been her game so far. Samara Spencer now with 10 points, 29-25. 4-point Alabama lead, Crimson Tide with the ball. Timmons at the top of the key. Driving down the right side lane, throws up a shot, leaves it short, and the rebound by Lawrence. 4:20 left to go in this second quarter. Basketball back to the Razorbacks, trailing by 4. Spencer driving, lost control of the ball. Hard fall to the floor as she goes out of play, and the ball last touched by Alabama. It'll be a Razorback ball. Spencer is in pain under the Crimson Tide goal, under the goal. Spencer still laying on the floor. And now she's being pulled up by her teammates, and she's back on the floor, so no substitution needed. Daniels is ready to check in for Spencer if needed on the Razorback bench. Arkansas inbound the basketball from Spencer to Dowda in between the rings. Dowda, right side lane, spins around Cody, throws up a wild shot, no good. Rebound by Timmons, and had to fight it away from Barker for the rebound. Basketball to Alabama. Timmons over the timeline left. Timmons backs up a few steps now in between the rings to Barker. Under 4 minutes to go in the second quarter. 4-point Alabama lead. Barker, left side lane. Barker double team, finds Nye on the left wing. Nye with 10 on the shot clock to Weathers. Weathers top of the key, right side. Weathers, shot clock at 5. Top of the key, left side lane. Dumps it back Cody, top of the key. Then Timmons, a head fake. Now puts up the 3. Off the back iron, no good. And Lawrence with a rebound under the basket. Basketball to Arkansas, trailing by 4. A scoring drought for Alabama now over 2.5 minutes. Basketball to Razorbacks, down to top of the key. Hands off to Lawrence. Lawrence on the right side. It's Johnson driving right baseline into the Crimson paint. Spins around right block. Her shot no good. Rebound by Cody. Basketball to Alabama. Good defense, Carly Weathers. Now it's Barker on the right wing. Crimson Tide up by 4. Weathers on the left wing. Weathers, right elbow. Bounce pass. Driving on the baseline was Timmons. That's tipped at a play, though, by Arkansas. 3 minutes still to go in the second quarter. Alabama has not scored an over the last 3 minutes. 29-25. Scoring way down for both teams. It was 24-20 after the first quarter. Both teams in the second quarter have scored only 5 points. Inbounds pass to Cody. Quick handoff to McQueen. Top of the key, Nye. Hand in her face. Three-pointer up, no good. Spencer the rebound free throw line. Serves past Nye. Driving right side. Right to the basket. Lays it in. 29-27. That was all Samira Spencer. The rebound and the score to make it a 2-point game. 2:40 remaining in this second quarter. Barker, top of the key. Barker, and a hand check foul is going to be called against Johnson before Sarah Ashley made a shot from the right side. Carly Johnson called for her first foul. Third team foul against Arkansas. Crimson Tide will have the ball on the right baseline. McQueen to trigger the inbounds pass. Floats it in between the rings. Tipped by Keats, out of play. Still be Crimson Tide ball, but good defense by Arkansas on the baseline out of bounds play. Now the Crimson Tide will have a sideline out of bounds play. 2:37 still to go in the second quarter. From the right sideline, it will be McQueen to inbound the basketball, and she will to Barker. Top of the key, a quick handoff back to McQueen. Around a screen to the left side. Top of the key, Barker. Catch and release three-pointer. Off the iron, no good. Fight for the rebound. It's tipped loose and picked up by Dowda on the right sideline. Dowda to Spencer quickly down the floor left side. Spencer Weaves to the right side, throws up a shot, no good. Weathers gets the rebound after some good defense. Basketball to Alabama, floats it to Barker. Inside the arc on the right side. Barker driving on the right baseline, under the basket against Lawrence. Passes top of the key, it's Nye with a three-pointer. Off the iron, no good, and the rebound by Dowd on the right block. Basketball going back to Arkansas. Razorbacks on a 6-0 run over the last 3:40. Long scoring drought now, over 4 minutes for Alabama. Under 2 minutes to go before halftime. Spencer. Bounce pass in the right corner. Johnson with a three. Too strong. Rebound Weathers left baseline. Basketball to Alabama. Crimson Tide still maintaining a 2-point lead. Weathers to Barker. Right wing three on the way. Got it! Sarah Ashley Barker ends the scoring drought and puts Alabama back in front by 5. 32-27. Minute and a half to go before halftime. Alabama badly needed that by Barker, who's now in double-figure scoring with 11 points. Spencer. Top of the key to Lawrence. Couple steps to the right side. Her pass tipped, but it finds Dowd on the right block. Back to Lawrence driving. Left side floater is good. 32-29. 3-point Alabama edge. A minute 15 to go in this second quarter. Top of the key. McQueen backs up to the left wing. McQueen to Barker in between the rings. 1:05 left to go before halftime. Barker driving left side against Dowda. Passes top of the key to Nye. 1 minute to go before halftime. Weathers with 10 on the shot clock. In between the rings to Loyal McQueen. 5 in the shot clock. Loyal inside the arc, right side. Back top of the key. Here's Cody with a three. Off the iron, no good. Cody gets her own miss. Puts it up from the free throw line. That one's no good. Lawrence tips the rebound. She and Nye go both diving for the basketball, and a foul is going to be called. Right play against the lead Nye of Alabama. 43 seconds left to go. Nye, that is her second foul. Fifth team foul against Crimson Tide. So to the free throw line will be Lawrence with the fifth team foul. Crimson Tide, a tough quarter, 3 of 15 shooting. Razorbacks not much better, 4 of 16. Great offense in the first quarter, but haven't seen it in the second quarter. It is Lawrence at the free throw line. First free throw in and out, no good. One more coming up. That was only the first foul on Nye, by the way. Here's the second free throw. That's good. 32-30. Lawrence goes out. Daniels back in for Arkansas. Alabama needing to score right before the break. Trying to grow this lead. Only at 2 points right now, and Arkansas will get it back. Basketball with Alabama with Weathers top of the key. A foul is going to be called against Cunningham. Illegal screen set as Spencer fell to the deck after the contact. Second foul on Shauna Cunningham. That'll give the ball back to Arkansas. 35 seconds left, so a still shot clock at 30 seconds, ready to go. 2-point Alabama lead against Arkansas. Crimson Tide's led nearly 18 minutes of this first half. Razorbacks only led for a minute 31. Spencer with the basketball. Razorbacks can tie it up with a 2, take a lead with a 3. Spencer top of the key to Keats on the right wing. Back to Spencer. Spencer driving left side to Daniels on the right side. Bounce pass all the way around left side. Spencer against Weathers. Spinning around left baseline. Left side lane to Daniels right wing. Now top of the key. 5 on the shot clock. It's Spencer right wing contested 3 off the iron. Rebound Daniels. 5 seconds left. Spencer on the right wing. Spencer 3 seconds left. Driving left side. Underhand layup no good. Cunningham the rebound. And that'll bring a close to the first half of play. Arkansas outscored Alabama 10-8 in a low-scoring second quarter, but it's still Alabama on the strength of the good start in this ball game with the lead at halftime, 32-30. Our score here at Coleman Coliseum. We will step aside, and when we come back, we will have the Toyota halftime report after once again telling you the score: Alabama 32, Arkansas 30 in women's basketball at halftime. This is the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield. 32-30 at halftime against Arkansas. When we come back, we'll check some other scores from around the SEC on this busy Sunday of women's basketball. Again, the score in Tuscaloosa, Alabama 32, Arkansas 30. This is the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield. And Arkansas 30. It's time for our first Alabama Power scoreboard update of the day. Latest scores from around the SEC presented by Alabama Power. Alabama Power is a proud supporter of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Alabama Power, power for a better Alabama. Taking a look around the conference, games still in progress. Only 3 minutes to go in Gainesville. A tight ball game. Florida Gators with a 69-63 lead against a team that Alabama just defeated on Thursday, the Georgia Lady Bulldogs. Halftime down on the Plains. It's Alabama's next opponent, the LSU Tigers, and a bit of a tight game as well. Only up 37-34 at halftime against Auburn. LSU 3-0 in the SEC. Auburn 0-3, but Neville Arena, the Tigers playing well against the other Tigers, the ones from Baton Rouge. Coming up later, it's Tennessee at Texas A&M. That game will tip off in just over an hour. Same can be said for the Egg Bowl of women's basketball. Ole Miss at Mississippi State, Humphrey Coliseum. And then a final score from earlier, Missouri. Bit of an upset, handing Vanderbilt its first loss of the year in conference play and only second of the year overall. Mizzou picks up a 65-63 win at Memorial Gymnasium in Nashville. But here in Tuscaloosa, Coleman Coliseum, things going so good for the Crimson Tide. So far, so good. Alabama 32 and Arkansas 30 as we still have 20 minutes to go in this game. We'll step aside. When we come back, we'll take a look at what's coming up in the second half for the Crimson Tide and the Razorbacks. Again, the score, Alabama 32, Arkansas 30. This is the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield. And Arkansas 30. What to expect in the second half is presented by Coca-Cola Zero Sugar. With Zero Sugar and refreshingly delicious is Coca-Cola Zero Sugar. The best Coke ever. Find out for yourself. Well, it's Alabama with a 2-point edge at the break. We've seen Sarah Ashley Barker score the basketball, 11 points for her so far in this game, but need to see Aaliyah Nye get it going. She had that game against Ole Miss to start conference play here at home where she did not score, only took 4 shots of the night, just 1 from beyond the arc and did not connect. So far in this game, Aaliyah Nye, no points, 0 for 3 from the floor. 0 of 2 from three-point land. Now, she has contributed well defensively. 4 rebounds all in the defensive glass, 1 assist, 1 steal, 1 block by Aaliyah, so that's certainly been good. But Alabama's a different team when she is scoring at a high volume like she did with 7 3-pointers made against Missouri, and then last time out knocked down 5 against Georgia to give her 1,000 in her career between her time 2 years at Illinois and 2 years here at the Capstone. So Alabama certainly needs some 3-pointers to go in for Aaliyah Nye, and just overall, Alabama 5 for 11 from 3-point land in this game. Other area where Alabama can really clean things up in the second half, defensive rebounds. Alabama has seen the Arkansas Razorbacks get 15 rebounds on the offensive glass. Alabama with 17 defensive rebounds so far. That's been good, but again, Arkansas has had a lot of second chance opportunities so far in this game, outscoring Alabama 5-2 second chance points. So again, that'll be really key for the Crimson Tide moving forward. Those second chance points limiting the ability for Arkansas and especially Samara Spencer to get some second chance opportunities. She has 12 of the 30 points for the Razorbacks at halftime. Speaking of the Razorbacks, they're back on the floor. Crimson Tide about to do the same, so that does it for the Toyota Halftime Report. Visit your local Toyota dealers or exploretoyota.com today. No matter your destination, Toyota goes with you. Toyota, let's go places. Next up is the third quarter of action. It's Alabama 32, Arkansas 30 here in Tuscaloosa. This is the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield. Arkansas Razorbacks meeting here in Tuscaloosa. It's Alabama 32, Arkansas 30. Before we start the third quarter, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. That's 10 seconds for station ID. This is the Crimson Tide Sports Network. Coliseum on the campus of the University of Alabama here in Tuscaloosa. Roger Hoover with you courtside. Our game being produced back at our Learfield studios by Jerry Kelly and Brett Weiberg and also Ethan Carabins alongside. He is producing our courtside cam. that is available on our Facebook and YouTube pages, presented by NASCAR. So hello to everybody watching along with us on this Sunday afternoon, hoping that the Crimson Tide can make this a really winning weekend. You saw gymnastics earn a victory in this building on Friday against Mizzou. Men's basketball made the trip to Starkville, got a win last night over Mississippi State. We had a lot of excitement at Bryant-Denny Stadium, introducing Kalen DeBoer as the new head coach of the Crimson Tide football team. And the best thing to finish out the weekend would be a Crimson Tide women's basketball win. Basketball with Arkansas is underway. Razorbacks on the left goal in the third quarter, Alabama on the right the rest of the way. Pass is stolen, top of the key by Timmons. Running down the floor quickly, right side layup, no good, and a fight for the rebound. Still loose on the floor, picked up by Daniels. Great steal by the Crimson Tide by Jessica Timmons, just couldn't finish the layup on the other end. Basketball to the Razorbacks, 30 seconds into this game, still Arkansas down 2, Daniels driving, and now she ties this game at 32. Basketball back to the Crimson Tide. Daniels scoring for the Razorbacks. Now it's going to be the Crimson Tide with McQueen. McQueen, bounce pass going to Cody. Cody into the paint from the left side, floats it up in the paint, gets it back. Now Cody throws up a shot, contact, no foul. Razorbacks get it back. Sailor Poffenbarger on the floor for Arkansas with 3 fouls to begin this third quarter. Daniels driving, right side layup, good, and a foul. Arkansas in front. 34-32, the score at the moment. Last time Razorbacks had the lead, you have to go way back. It was 2-1. Crimson Tide were able to grab a 12-2 advantage after that. Daniels to the line for the and one, good. 35-32. Crimson Tide now trailing by 3. First time since the early going that Alabama has not led in this ballgame. Crimson Tide led by as much as 11 when it was 22-11 early in the second quarter. Basketball with Crimson Tide with Barker. That was in the first quarter. Here's the basketball with Barker. Free throw line, driving on the right side, lost her footing, hands it off to Timmons. Timmons driving in from the right side to the right block, throws it up, no good, right at the rim again. Basketball with Arkansas. Poffenbarger had the rebound, gives to Spencer. Spencer attacks on the right side, kicks it out left side. Daniels, her 3 off the back iron, no good. Poffenbarger with a rebound and a right side layup. Timeout, Christy Curry. Dominant start for Arkansas in this third quarter. It's the Razorbacks 37 and the Crimson Tide 32. 8:24 still to go in this third quarter as we will step aside. It's Arkansas on a 7-0 run to start the third quarter. Again, we're back to Tuscaloosa in a moment. This is the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield. Alabama leading 32-30 at halftime with the Razorbacks on a 7-0 run in the first 2 minutes of the third quarter. Christy Curry called timeout, but still 8:24 left to go in this third quarter with now Arkansas in front, 37-32. Fans, you can keep up with everything Alabama with the Alabama Crimson Tide mobile app presented by Cadence Bank. Download the Alabama Crimson Tide mobile app now for free at the App Store and Google Play. Razorbacks a very good start to this third quarter against the Crimson Tide, as Arkansas has made 3 of 4 shots to begin this quarter. Meanwhile, Alabama 0 for 4, and specifically Jessica Timmons missing a few shots right around the rim for the Crimson Tide. As she was 3 of 6 shooting in the first half, she's missed 2 of the 4 shots for Alabama to start the second quarter. Also, Essence Cody with a couple of misses for Alabama as well. As she's been 0 for 2, Timmons 0 for 2. Again, the Crimson Tide down now by 5 to the Arkansas Razorbacks in the game Alabama does need to win. Crimson Tide would love to get this win to improve to 3-1 in the SEC before the LSU Tigers come to town on Thursday night. Talk more about that down the road. Basketball with Alabama out of timeout. Nye on the right wing, Nye to the right baseline, dribbling under the basket, and some contact, and a kick is going to be called. It's away from the ball. Barker also fell for a moment for Alabama, then Poffenberger fell to the floor as well. Poffenberger for Arkansas. 20 on the shot clock. McQueen to trigger the inbounds pass from the left baseline, looking, waiting. Now bounce pass, gets it into Nye on the left side. A quick handoff to McQueen. McQueen to the free throw line, has the ball appear to be kicked, but it's taken away by Arkansas. Maybe just ricocheted off the shin of Dowda. Basketball to the Razorbacks. 2 minutes into this third quarter, still a 7-0 Arkansas run in this period against Alabama. Daniels to the free throw line, right side lane, bounce pass to Spencer. Poffenberger at the left elbow, top of the key, now to Keats. Keats to Poffenberger on the left wing. Poffenberger, bounce pass to the top of the key, Dowda. Dowda against Cody. 5 in the shot clock, floats at top of the key. Spencer, a long-range 3 is good. Nothing but net to make it 40-32. 10-0 Arkansas run to start the third quarter. 7.5 minutes still to go in this third period. Basketball going back to the Crimson Tide. Basketball with McQueen, and a whistle blown and a foul called away from the ball. Legal screen set by Aaliyah Nye. Second foul on Nye. Second team foul against Alabama in this third quarter. Poffenberger ready for the inbounds pass. And to Spencer. And the basketball with the cardinal red and whites of Arkansas. Spencer. Top of the key. Quick handoff to Poffenberger. Spins around. Hands off to Daniels. Daniels, bounce pass out to Keats. Keats from the right wing to the free throw line, left side lane. A bounce pass to Spencer, cutting inside, and a left side layup good. She ran the baseline perfectly to make it 42-32. Suddenly, Alabama's trailing by 10. Really tough first 3 minutes. A 12-0 run for Arkansas in this third quarter. Top of the key. Timmons driving. Hands off to Cody. Left side layup good. Rattles in for Alabama to end the scoring drought at 3 minutes, 15 seconds, 42-34. Alabama down 8. Arkansas with the ball, 6:40 to go in the third period. Still a long way to play. Pass high arching to the left side, intended for Daniels, tipped out of play by 9. Still Razorback ball, 18 on the shot clock. Arkansas with Spencer ready for the inbounds pass, just outside left corner. Inbounds on the left wing to Daniels. Left side lane, Poffenberger against Barker. She spins, and in the act of spinning, she trapped. Basketball to Alabama. Turnover on Arkansas. Alabama with 10 turnovers. The Razorbacks now with 7. Barker ready for the inbounds pass. Instead, she will sprint down the floor looking something on her hand, so she will be the athletic trainer for a moment. Alicia Grisby will tape that up. And Barker will be able to return to action quickly, it appears. Now she got what she needed, and now she'll race back down the floor for the Crimson Tide. 6:31 still to go in this third quarter. 42-34, Arkansas with the advantage. Barker still looking at her hand with Michael McConnell, the lead official for this game, as she'll bounce the ball into Loyal McQueen. Loyal to the top of the key. Double dribbles to the right, hands off to Timmons, thought about a 3, now loads up a 3-pointer. That's off the iron, no good. Nye taps the rebound high in the air, but it's plucked away by Spencer. Spencer leading a fast break for Arkansas. Free throw line, passes top of the key. Daniels with a 3-pointer, swish. 45-34, Razorbacks. 6:05 left to go in this third quarter. Arkansas outscoring Alabama now 15-2 in this quarter. Basketball with McQueen. Free throw line, right side lane. McQueen nearly lost it behind her. Picks it up on the right wing. McQueen attacks driving. Right side layup good, and she's fouled. Chance at a 3-point play, Loyal McQueen. 45-36, a chance for one more at the line. Spencer called for the foul. Second foul on her, and for the Razorbacks, first team foul as Barker continues getting her hand taped up after a slight cut. Alicia Grisby, quick action helping Barker stay in this game for Alabama. The Crimson Tide needing some defense and offense from her. Still 5:53 left to go. Third quarter, McQueen puts it in. 45-37. Basketball back to the Razorbacks, up by 8. 5:47 left to go in this third quarter. Daniels over the timeline right. Poffenbarger in between the rings. Sailor Poffenbarger, transfer from UConn. Couple dribbles to the right. Passes top of the key to Spencer. Starts to drive inside to the left block. Throws up a left-handed left side layup, good. 47-37, Crimson Tide trailing again by 10. 5:24 and counting left to go in this third quarter. McQueen at the top of the key. Bounce pass to Barker. Barker started to drive in, and a hand check foul will be called against Daniels, restricting the movements of Sarah Ashley Barker. Second foul against Daniels. Crimson Tide will inbound the basketball with Aaliyah Nye. Nye slaps the basketball from the right sideline, inbounds to Cody on the right wing. Cody to McQueen, couple steps to the right, now back to the top of the key, McQueen on the right wing, it's Nye. Starts to drive inside to the Crimson paint, left side layup, up, good, and she's fouled. First basket of the game for Aaliyah Nye. It comes at the perfect moment to make it 47-39 and a chance for Alabama to make it a 7-point game at the free throw line. Carly Keats guilty of the foul, her first. Team's third here in the third quarter. Still 5:07 left to go in this third quarter. Maybe that'll get Aaliyah Nye going. First made field goal in this game for Nye, and one opportunity coming up for her. Looks like quickly the Crimson Tide will, well, first the basketball is going to be cleaned up. Maybe some of the blood or whatever it's bothering Barker got on the ball. Alicia Grisby with Michael McConnell starting to clean up the basketball on the corner of Alabama's bench, and Barker's still getting attended to. We're not far from the next immediate timeout, but everything's trying to be cleaned up and sanitized from whatever cut Barker's had on her right hand that has really limited her play some, and also got on the basketball. So that had to be cleaned up and sanitized as well. Ashley Beaver and Alicia Grisby really working quickly to try to make sure Barker is good to go against, just so she doesn't have to leave the floor for any extended period of time. With Alabama caught in a really tough game at home against Arkansas. Alabama led the majority of the first half, but the Razorbacks had a 12-0 run to take a good lead into this third quarter. And Alabama's playing catch-up with still 5:07 to go. So Barker's still being attended to. Team doctor there as well. Just trying to clean all of that up. So blood on the ball, forcing everything to be cleaned up. And Sasha Kamey coming over to the broadcast table and telling us, one of the three officials for this game, as Alabama's at home today against the Arkansas Razorbacks. Home as well on Thursday. We need a huge crowd coming up on Thursday night. It'll be a later tip, 8 p.m. for Alabama against the LSU Tigers, team that's caught in a tough game right now at halftime on the road at Auburn. Reigning SEC, or reigning national champions, they did not win the SEC. South Carolina took care of that this past year, but it'll likely be a South Carolina LSU race at the very top of the league once again. But Alabama once again in the mix to be in the top 3 or 4 in the SEC, just like they were a year ago. For a tough stretch at the end of the year, saw Alabama finish 6th in the league when they were in a position to finish top 4 going into the final Sunday of play. So the basketball looks to be okay, sanitized and healthy, and then Barker with a cut on her hand looks to be fine as well, as she will get ready to, well, she might go out of the game. Crimson Tide will have Carly Weathers in her spot. Barker may be helped back to the locker room for a moment. Here's Nye with the and one after all of that, and she misses it. It swirls off. Poffenbarger fights for the rebound and saves it in play for the Razorbacks. 5 minutes left to go in this third quarter. Next dead ball will be immediate timeout. Spencer just inside the arc. Left side lane. Weathers nearly with the steal. A ball instead to Poffenbarger, top of the key. 10 on the shot clock. to Daniels. Daniels in between the rings, top of the key, free throw line, right side, tries to go back to Poffenberger. Less than 5 in the shot clock, 2 seconds, 1. Poffenberger, right wing, high arching 3, won't go, and the rebound by Cody on the right side of the lane. Basketball to Alabama. Crimson Tide trailing by 8. Loyal McQueen on the left side. Left wing, a quick handoff to Timmons. Timmons driving in the paint, has a pass, find Weathers. Here's a right wing 3. Off the iron, no good, and the rebound Cody. Left side layup, no good, and the rebound taken away by Spencer. Crimson Tide with a couple of good looks there from both Weathers and Cody. Arkansas ball up by 8, 4:08 left to go in this third quarter. Spencer nearly lost the ball with Weathers trying to get a steal. Spencer driving in, left side layup, kicks out, no good. Dowd of the rebound, her putback no good. Nye the rebound on the Crimson paint. Here comes Alabama. Just under 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. It's Nye, right wing 3. Yes, Aaliyah Nye is back, ladies and gentlemen. It is 47-42 thanks to the three-pointer by Aaliyah Nye. First three-point make for Nye today. A lot of her threes come in bunches, so Arkansas better watch out. Now it's only a 5-point game. 3:35 to go in the third quarter. Spencer calming down the tempo, now gets moving from the left wing. Passes to the right wing, tipped into the backcourt by Weathers. It's picked up by Daniels. Arkansas only 5 seconds to work with on the shot clock. Daniels to the top of the key, 3 seconds, floater in the paint, kicks out, no good. Nye the rebound, here comes Alabama. Chance to cut into a 5-point deficit. McQueen on the right wing. McQueen dashing inside to the paint, has her shot blocked by Dowda, still loose on the floor, picked up by Timmons. Driving in from the left side, she goes up for a shot, contact, no foul. Razorbacks get the ball back. Spencer on a fast break, lets her offense catch up, gives to Daniels. Daniels to Poffenberger, right side layup, in and out, no good. Poffenberger sitting on the floor, grabbed the rebound, and then a timeout taken by Arkansas just to save this crazy possession. And a crazy sequence before this media timeout. Still 2:50 remaining in this third quarter. It's Arkansas 47, Alabama 42. We'll be back to Tuscaloosa in a moment. This is the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield. .50 still to go in the third quarter. It's Arkansas with a 47-42 lead against Alabama here in Tuscaloosa. Fans, make sure tomorrow night you listen to Hey Coach from Baumhauer's Victory Grill. Again, Mondays at 6 p.m. all across the Crimson Tide Sports Network. We'll be joined by head coach Nate Oates, plus other Alabama head coaches and student athletes all throughout the rest of the school year. Hey Coach presented by Alpha Insurance. Well, the Razorbacks, after a dominant start to this third quarter, a bit of a cold stretch over its last 5. Razorbacks 242 without a point on the scoreboard, allowing Alabama to climb back in this game. Alabama was trailing it by as much as 11 when it was 45-34, but since then, we've seen the Crimson Tide show some good offense, outscoring Arkansas 8-2 since that point. Still a long way to go. 2:50 left to go in this third quarter. Long way to go in terms of the game, in terms of time left in this game, and also deficit 5 points still separating Crimson Tide and the Razorbacks. Arkansas will have the ball. 19 on the shot clock. Samira Spencer, who's led the way with 19 points for Arkansas and 11 rebounds. She has a double-double. Except for the inbounds pass, Sarah Ashley Barker leads the way with 11 points for Alabama. She is on the floor, has been dealing with a right middle finger that has had a cut in this second half. Caused a delay for her to get properly taped up and for the basketball to be cleaned up and sanitized after blood got on the ball. Pass to the top of the key, nearly got away from Dowda, and now she travels to the basketball. After she saved possession for a moment for Arkansas, her footwork causes a turnover and the basketball to the University of Alabama. 47-42, Crimson Tide down by 5, 2:41 still to go in the third quarter. Barker inbounds the basketball to McQueen. McQueen to the top of the key. Couple steps to the left. Now into the paint, McQueen with the floater up, banked in, Loyal McQueen. Alabama now trailing 47-44. Despite being down by 11 at one point this third quarter, it's now a one possession, 3-point game. 2:20 still to play in quarter number 3. Keats finding Johnson, finding Poffenbarger in the left corner. All the way to the right wing to Spencer. Spencer driving right baseline against Nye, has her pass, finally find Johnson. Left side layup, good. Surf through some traffic to make it 49-44, Carly Johnson. Basketball going back to Alabama, trailing by 5, 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. McQueen in between the rings. Now gets moving. At the top of the key for the Crimson Tide. Bounce pass, tipped away by Dowda and taken away by Johnson. Crimson Tide with the turnover, giving it right back to the Razorbacks, chance to build on a 5-point lead. Spencer at the top of the key, couple steps to the right wing. Against 9, dashes inside, underhand layup is good, and a foul's going to be called. So with that, 51-44. Third foul on 9. Third team foul, so 51-44. 7-point deficit after Alabama had made it a 3-point game. Williams and Weathers in to replace Timmons and Nye for the Crimson Tide. 1:38 remaining in this third quarter. Spencer now to 21 points, and one opportunity coming up for her. She puts it up, and it rattles out, no good. Poffenbarger grabs the rebound left side, gives to Spencer on the left wing. Spencer at the free throw line. Feels the pressure by Williams. Left side lane to Dowda. Dowda into the paint, kicks it out. Here's Keats with the three-pointer right corner, and that rattles out, no good. That was so far down, kicks back up, Crimson Tide ball. Here's Barker driving on the left side to the right side, layup no good, and Poffenbarger with the rebound. Basketball to the Razorbacks, just missing a three-pointer a moment ago. Spencer lets everyone catch up. Passes top of the key to Johnson. She tees up a three, off the iron and to the right. And the rebound right there, right block. Essence Cody. Basketball to Alabama. Tide trailing by 7. McQueen quickly to the rim. Bounce pass in the right corner, Williams. Williams, top of the key, Cody. Loads up another three. Off the iron, no good. Spencer the rebound in the Crimson paint. Basketball to Arkansas. Barker came flying in for the rebound. Fell hard to the floor, but gets back up. Poffenbarger driving, passes to Dowda, SEC logo, spins around right block, floater up, and good. 53-44. Razorbacks leading against the Crimson Tide. 33 seconds left to go in this third quarter. About a 6-second difference in between the game clock and shot clock. Shot clock winding to 20 as the Crimson Tide have the ball. Top of the key, Williams with a three. That's in. Berger Williams with a three-pointer. Alabama needed to make it a 6-point game. 53-47. 14 seconds left. Shot clock turned off for the remainder of the third quarter. Spencer over the timeline right. Now with 7 seconds left, gets moving to the right wing. Spencer at the free throw line to Dowda. Right block, right side layup, no good, but she drew a foul. Cody with some contact. Foul called against the Crimson Tide will send Dowda to the free throw line. Third foul against Essence. And it'll be the Razorbacks with Lawrence coming in to replace Poffenbarger. Poffenbarger played that entire third quarter without picking up a foul, so she is sitting at 3 fouls going into the fourth quarter for Alabama. Here's the free throw, that's no good. Now, last foul being called, I believe, against Berger Williams, and not against Cody. Cody's still sitting with 2 fouls. That foul will go against Berger, her second. First free throw, no good by Dowda. One more to make it a 7-point game. She connects. 54-47. Crimson Tide ball. Barker, baseball pass over the timeline to Williams with 1 second left. Time winding down. She throws it up and does not connect as Williams got the pass pause for a moment, and then that pause time quickly ran down from 2 seconds to none, and that closes the third quarter of action. Great quarter for the Razorbacks. After trailing by 2 at halftime, they outscored the Crimson Tide 24-15 in the last 10 minutes, and as we go to the fourth quarter, it's Arkansas 54, Alabama 47 here in Tuscaloosa. Fourth quarter coming up next. You're listening to the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield. It's 54-47 as we still have 10 minutes to go in this game, getting ready to start the fourth quarter of play. Crimson Tide fans, the Alabama Department of Public Health reminds you to stay up to date with all recommended vaccinations. Flu season is here and COVID-19 continues to affect our community. So don't wait. Vaccinate. Visit alabamapublichealth.gov/IMM today to learn more about how you can stay up to date on vaccinations. Alabama trailing Arkansas 54-47 the score here in Tuscaloosa. The Razorbacks with a strong third quarter to surge in front of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Again, 54-47 is the score as Alabama is outscored 24-15 in the third quarter. But still within striking distance, especially with Aaliyah Nye knocking down a three-pointer to get her going. She is having to sit some with 3 fouls, but she's on the floor to start the fourth quarter of play. We should see a really good stretch coming up offensively for Alabama to try and climb back in this game. Only again trailing by 7 as we start quarter number 4. Alabama so far hasn't won at home in SEC play. 2 wins on the road this past week, but need a win today to get to 3-1 in league play. Top of the key, Nye with the basketball gives to Berger Williams. Williams bounce pass to Jones, back to Williams. Williams driving down the right side lane, spins around, spins it back to Timmons, top of the key. She goes to the right elbow, jumper is up and in. A good start to this fourth quarter. Timmons scoring to make it 54-49. 5-point Razorback lead, 9:35 left to go in this game. Now it's Spencer, left side lane, has her pass stolen by Berger Williams. Basketball to Alabama on a fast break. Williams, bounce pass, Timmons, left wing three, bottom! Jessica Timmons, 5 points in a flash for Alabama, and she's made it a 2-point game. 54-52, 9:15 left to go in this fourth quarter. Spencer with the basketball for the Razorbacks. Poffenbarger at the top of the key. Spencer in the right corner, knocks down Williams, offensive foul! Berger Williams taking the charge, helping Alabama get the ball back, only down 2. Huge foul against Spencer of the Razorbacks, her third foul in this game. Basketball to Alabama. 9:04 and counting left to go. A 5-0 run, all the points by Timmons, who has 13 for the game. Timmons passes to Nye, loads up a three-pointer. Off the iron, no good. A fight for the rebound, tipped and finally controlled by Dowda. Basketball to Arkansas, up 2. Daniels driving in the paint. Daniels layup up and good from the left side. 56-52, Crimson Tide trailing by 4. 8:40 remaining in this fourth quarter. Top of the key, Timmons to Barker. Timmons now leading the way with 13 points. Barker hasn't scored in this second half. 11 points for her in this game. Barker driving left side, finds Jones, right block, right side shot blocked by Dowda, taken away by Keats. Basketball to Arkansas. 4-point Razorback advantage. Top of the key, Spencer. Floats it to Dowda, top of the key, a handoff to Spencer. Dashes down the left side lane, puts up a layup good from the left side. 58-52, Christy Curry wants to call a timeout. Crimson Tide with the first 5 points of this fourth quarter, but then the Razorbacks answer with 4 after that. And now it's Arkansas in front by 6 points with still 8:12 left to go. We'll step aside with this timeout, be back with the rest of the fourth quarter next. This is the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield. Arkansas 58, Alabama 52. We still have 8:12 left to go in this game from Tuscaloosa. After the game is over, make sure you stick around for the Regions post-game show with head coach Christy Curry, the final stats and more, plus get your Alabama Visa check card from Regions. Visit regions.com/GoBama to order yours today. Well, the Crimson Tide, again, Jessica Timmons was able to get 5 quick points to help Alabama, make it only a 2-point game, 54-52. But then after that, the Razorbacks with 4 points. Alabama's had none, so it's a 6-point deficit for the Crimson Tide as we still have 8 minutes, 12 seconds left to go in this game here in Tuscaloosa. Next time the Crimson Tide play, it'll be the LSU Tigers in town. 8 p.m. the start time. We look forward to having you join us here at Coleman Coliseum. And then, don't forget, a week from today, make the trip. Go down to Auburn. Alabama has played extremely well against Auburn in recent years. A long winning streak that we'd love to see continue down on the Plains. It was a dominant win last year for Alabama against Auburn. Hope to keep that going coming up a week from today. But right now, work to do. Crimson Tide trailing 58-52 against the Arkansas Razorbacks. Out of timeout, Crimson Tide with the basketball. Barker inbounds on a few bounces to Timmons, and here come the Crimson Tide. Timmons to Aaliyah Nye at the top of the key. Quick handoff to Berger Williams. Williams inside the arc, driving on the right side. Floats it back top of the key. Timmons, head fake by her. Timmons, right side lane, spins around, looks for help, finds it in Barker on a bounce, right wing. Barker cuts into the paint. Barker lets her defender go by, throws up a shot that's short, rebound tipped all the way around, saved in play Berger Williams, and then out of play on the baseline, stepped to the ball. Great effort by Alabama to try and save that possession before Williams just went out of play. 7:50 left to go. Razorback ball up by 6. Just over the timeline, Arkansas with Spencer is in a brilliant game with 23 points. To Poffenbarger, to Daniels, back to Spencer in between the rings. Spencer around the screen, down the left side lane, swings it back top of the key. Daniels loads up a three-pointer and connects. 61-52 Arkansas. 7:27 left to go in this fourth quarter. Barker, the inbounds pass to Nye, had to hustle back into the backcourt to pick that up. Barker over the timeline right. Crimson Tide down 9. Barker driving. Has her shot blocked away by Dowda. Still Crimson Tide ball. 7:16 left to go in the fourth quarter. Loyal McQueen coming back in for Alabama, replacing Essence Cody. McQueen ready for the inbounds pass. On a bounce to Berger Williams. Quick handoff back to McQueen on the right wing. McQueen top of the key to Barker. Barker against Keats at the free throw line. Spins around, drives down the right side lane, nearly lost control of the ball. Now it's loose on the floor, scrambles to save it, and a kicked ball will keep this with Alabama. Fresh 20 on the shot clock to work with on the kicked basketball. 7:03 left to go. Crimson Tide have such a good start to this fourth quarter on the 2 baskets by Timmons. 0 for their last 4 from the floor. McQueen ready for the inbounds pass. Razorback bench told to sit down. Mike Neighbors said, is that what we need to worry about now? Here's top of the key Williams at the three-pointer. Off the iron, no good. Poffenbarger flies in for the rebound and the basketball to Arkansas. Arkansas with Spencer. Critical possession here. It's been a 7-0 run for the Razorbacks to grow the lead. Spencer at the top of the key. Spencer against Nye, left side, back on the right side to Poffenbarger. Long 2 is on the way, swirls off the iron, no good. And the rebound by Aaliyah Nye, pushing tempo over the timeline right. Nye with the basketball, free throw line, driving down the left side lane, spins around, fights at top of the key, pass there to Timmons, driving down the right side lane. She spins, she puts it up, she leaves it a bit short, and a fight for the rebound goes out of play, and last touch by Arkansas. Basketball with Alabama, 6:25 to go in this fourth quarter. Crimson Tide just struggling to score at home. 45 points 2 games ago against Ole Miss. Back-to-back games of at least 79 points on the road against Mizzou and Georgia. Top of the key, Williams with the basketball. Williams driving down the left side lane, has the ball taken away from her. Clean steal by Spencer, and the ball with Arkansas. 61-52, Razorbacks leading, with now 6:10 remaining in this fourth quarter. Spencer on the left wing. Spencer dribbles to the top of the key. Surfs to the right side, a handoff to Keats. Keats to Daniels, top of the key. 10 on the shot clock. To Dowda, left side lane, to Poffenbarger, wide open left corner. Her 3 is good, and it's now Arkansas 64, Alabama 52. 12-point deficit for the Crimson Tide. It's Alabama with McQueen at the top of the key. McQueen inside on the right elbow. Her jumper is short, and the rebound by Spencer. Alabama now 0 of its last 7 from the floor, approaching a 4-minute scoring drought. Just after Alabama made it a 2-point game, a 10-0 run for Arkansas immediately afterwards. Basketball with Poffenbarger. Shot clock down to 10. Poffenbarger has the ball poked away by Barker, but Poffenbarger got it back. Around to Keats. Keats driving in 5 in the shot clock. Left side layup good, and a foul called as well on Sarah Ashley Barker. Sarah Ashley, that'll be her first foul of the game, 66-52, 12-0 Razorback run. (66-52). Arkansas entered this game 1-2 in SEC play. Lost last time out by 3 points to Mississippi State. Here is Keats with the N1. Good. 67-52, a 13-0 run after Alabama had made it a 2-point game. Timmons at the top of the key. Timmons to the free throw line, spins, finds Barker on the right wing. Barker still on the right wing, handed to face Daniels. Attacks inside. Barker, right side lane to the Crimson paint, and a whistle blown and a foul call. Limiting the movements, Michaela Daniels of Barker. That'll be her 3rd foul. Second team foul. Crimson Tide will have a fresh 20 seconds on the shot clock. 5 minutes to go in this game. 67-52 the score. McQueen to inbound the basketball. Floats it in top of the key to Timmons. Timmons, step to the left inside the arc. Long jumper is off the iron, no good, and the rebound by Spencer. Alabama's missed its last 8 shots. Razorback ball. Spencer to Poffenbarger, to Daniels, all on the perimeter. Now back to Spencer, top of the key. Around the screen to the left. Left side lane. Needs some help, throws it out of play. Right to the Arkansas bench, was expecting somebody to be in the right corner. Now the Crimson Tide have the ball trailing by 15. Arkansas with its largest lead of the game. Inbounds pass from Barker to McQueen. McQueen over the timeline right. Now McQueen driving down the left side lane, throws it up, no good, and the rebound Dowda. Quick possession for the Crimson Tide as Alabama does not score. Dowda, top of the key. Poffenbarger now back in between the rings to Spencer. Back to the right elbow, or right front court with still 4:20 left to go in this fourth quarter. Spencer driving against Cody. That shot blocked out of play by Cody. Timmons and Nye right there as well for Alabama. 4:11 left to go in this fourth quarter. Arkansas 67, Alabama 52. Spencer will inbound the ball for the Razorbacks. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Inbounds pass and a bounce to Poffenbarger. Now Spencer driving down the left side. The ball poked away and taken away by Alabama. Crimson Tide quickly down the floor. Aaliyah Nye on the right side. Nye double teamed and a reach and foul by Daniels trying to stab at a steal. Fourth foul on Daniels that comes with 4 minutes left to go in this game. She'll go out. Carly Johnson comes in. McQueen to trigger the inbounds pass in play, and a foul called away from the ball, and that will go against Alabama. Essence Cody. Her fourth foul, and it comes with 4 minutes still to go. Christy Curry is going to call a timeout to really talk things over with this Crimson Tide team, as just not much has gone right in the fourth quarter. A 5-0 start to the quarter for Alabama, answered by a 13-0 run for the Arkansas Razorbacks. So again, the Crimson Tide trailing 67-52 with still those 4 minutes on the clock here in Tuscaloosa. Again, need a great crowd on hand coming up Thursday night. Alabama against the LSU Tigers. 8 p.m. will be the start time. Our radio coverage, courtside cam coverage will start 7:55 all across the network. And then again at Auburn after that. And then the Crimson Tide will not have a game on Thursday the 25th of January. The Crimson Tide will not have a Thursday night game. There will be a week in between the Auburn game and the Kentucky game. Kentucky will close out the month here at home for the Crimson Tide in the month of January. Kentucky at 4 p.m. on Sunday. So certainly hope you're joining us for what will be entertaining matchup Alabama-LSU on Thursday. And bounce pass into Spencer. And the basketball with the Arkansas Razorbacks. Poffenbarger over the timeline, guarded closely by Barker, trying to swat at the basketball and get a clean steal. A pass intended for Spencer is poked out of play by Timmons. Contact, no foul called. 3:47 left to go in this fourth quarter. Alabama with only one timeout remaining. Razorbacks with 2. Arkansas up by 15. A bounce pass into Keats. Works the basketball back to Spencer. Spencer in between the rings, guarded by Nye. Dashes down the left side of the lane, into the Crimson paint to the right side, throws up a shot, no good. Really unmakeable shot, but what she did make was contact from Nye and a foul called on Aaliyah. Fourth foul on Nye. It comes with 3:34 still to go in this game. Spencer to the free throw line, 23 points for her today, now 24. 68-52. Alabama hasn't scored in nearly 6 minutes. Second free throw good. So overall, a 15-0 run after it had been a 54-52 game. Basketball with Alabama. Barker, free throw line, spins around SEC logo. Floater is good. That ends the scoring drought, 69-54. Still work to do, still some time, 3:20 to go, but Alabama's got to get stops, got to get points. Spencer at the center circle, guarded by Timmons with hands-up defense. Spencer gets moving to the left wing. Shot clock at 10. Spencer to Dowda left wing, inside the arc, spins around left side, throws up a shot that's good. Dowda scores, hasn't scored much today. That's well, actually 8 points now for her in this game, 71-54. McQueen dances down the right side, under the basket to the left block, bounce pass to the left side. Here comes a three-pointer up, off the iron, no good from Timmons. Rebound by Barker, and then a foul called in the act of rebounding by the Razorbacks. Carly Johnson called for her second foul. 71-54. Alabama trailing with 2:45 to go. Inbounds pass to Barker. A little hot potato. She puts it right back up and in from the paint. Baseline out of bounds play ran well. 71-56 now the score. Crimson Tide trailing with 2:35 to go. Top of the key. But Dowda As a pass, find Poffenbarger on the right baseline, back to Dowda, top of the key, then right front court to Spencer. Time is on the Razorbacks side, up 71-56 with 2:20 to go. Dribbling over Scripte and Crimson at mid-floor by Spencer. 5 in the shot clock, gets moving. Down the right side of the lane, throws up a shot, no good, but foul called against Alabama. It's on Essence Cody. That'll be her 5th. She fouls out with 2:15 to go. Crimson Tide trailing 71-56 against Arkansas. Meg Newman will come in for the Crimson Tide. Still 2:15 to go, 71-56. Arkansas leading Alabama here in Tuscaloosa. Place where the Razorbacks have enjoyed playing, 72-56. Arkansas has won 8 of the last 10 meetings and 9 straight games played here in Tuscaloosa, even stretching back to when Alabama's home games are at Foster Auditorium. That free throw is good, 73-56 now the score. Alabama won last year in Fayetteville on the buzzer beater by Hannah Barber at the end of the game. Barker puts up a shot that's good, but before that a foul called against Arkansas. 5th team foul against the Razorbacks. Johnson called for her 3rd foul, and that will send Barker to the line for 2 shots. Barker with 15 points leading the way in scoring for Alabama. First of 2 for Sarah Ashley. It's the iron, no good. Alabama not too many trips to the line today. 2 for 6 at the free throw line overall. Razorbacks 11 of 16. Barker's 2nd is good, 73-57. Alabama, cold stretch from the floor, 2 of his last 12 from the floor. Being outscored 19-10 in this 4th quarter. Basketball with Arkansas. A couple of key runs. Arkansas 12-0 to start the 3rd quarter, and then 15-0 run after Alabama had made it a 2-point game here early in the 4th quarter. Minute 45 to go. Spencer driving in against Barker, gets tangled up and a foul called. Foul on Sarah Ashley. 2nd foul for her in this game. 5th team foul against the Crimson Tide, so 2 free throws coming up for Samara Spencer. First one is good. 74-57. Second one, good. 75 rather, 57 now the score. Here is Timmons' free throw line. Bounce pass to Newman, saves the ball in play, going from right to left. Barker top of the key, a head fake. Barker driving down the left side of the lane, spins out of some pressure, passes to Nye, left wing. Nye into the paint, right side layup, won't go. Newman the rebound, puts up a shot, no good there. Some contact and the ball back to Arkansas. Razorback ball, a minute 20 left to play, up 75-57. 18-point lead, largest of the game for Arkansas. Outscoring Alabama by 11 in this quarter alone. Spencer, guarded mid-floor by Timmons. 5 in the shot clock, 1 minute to go in the game. She drives and a right side layup good. 77-57, a 20-point Arkansas lead. Inbounds pass from Barker to McQueen. Just under 1 minute to go in Tuscaloosa. McQueen to the SEC logo, driving, spins out of pressure, finds Timmons in the left corner, picked up her feet, was getting ready to launch a three-pointer. Now the basketball back to Arkansas. Tough afternoon. Carly Weathers will come in for the Crimson Tide, but really tough game. Alabama led by 18 minutes. Pretty much all of the first half belonged to the Crimson Tide. Only 2 key runs helping the Razorbacks not only come back, take a dominating lead in this game, and now up by 20 with 40 seconds to go. Loss would drop Alabama to 2-2 in league play. You got the LSU Tigers coming up next, and then the road trip down to Auburn next Sunday. 32 seconds left. Spencer being guarded by Carly Weathers, 10 on the shot clock. Spencer gets moving to the left side lane. Long floater in the paint. In and out, no good. Dowdo with the rebound. Falls to the floor, traveled, and the basketball will go back to the Crimson Tide. 23 seconds still to go in this game. Shot clock turned off. It'll be Alabama. The inbounds pass from Barker going right to Loyal McQueen. McQueen, hand off to Barker. Barker into the Crimson paint. Step back jumper. The floater is good. Barker with 18 points. 77-59. 13 seconds left. Razorbacks with Spencer will dribble the ball past the timeline on the right side and dribble out the final moments of this game. Mike Neighbors and Christy Curry saying hello at mid-floor. Final buzzer sounds at Arkansas using a strong second half after trailing by 2 at the break. The Razorbacks pick up this win against the Crimson Tide, 77-59, the final score here in Tuscaloosa. We'll step aside and we'll be back with the region's postgame show next. This is the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield. Arkansas picks up the win, 77-59, the final score here in Tuscaloosa. As we start the region's postgame show, Roger Hoover joined by the head coach of the Crimson Tide, Christy Curry. And, Coach, your thoughts after this game between Alabama and Arkansas?
Well, first thing is I really appreciate our crowd. I'm really disappointed today in our effort, especially rebounding the basketball. And I thought that we did a really poor job of understanding what we were trying to do. I didn't think our bench helped us. I thought we were really poor in spots on the glass, and just defensively what we were trying to do to keep the ball in front. And we seemed to be face guarding a little bit too much instead of being heavy in the gap and doing some of the things we've been doing. But again, I think one word we've been preaching is consistency, and today we weren't very consistent with what we were trying to do. So credit to go back to the drawing board and get ready for another week. It's a 2-game week, and as much as we were good at Georgia, we weren't very good today. So appreciate everybody that came out today.
Crimson Tide had a 2-point lead at halftime. Arkansas starts third quarter on a 12-0 run, and then in the fourth quarter you make it a 2-point game. Now a 15-0 run after that. What led to success for Arkansas in those two runs?
You know, I just thought we couldn't keep the ball in front of us, and we've got to really look at that at the 1, 2, and 3, understand what we're trying to do. And we didn't have a lot of rim protection when they did get by us, and we've just got to do a better job of defending the basketball and keeping the ball out of the paint. You know, we gave 29 shots to Spencer at the paint, and then we were struggling boxing out when she missed, and then we just allowed her to go by us. So got to go back to work and continue to work on it. So disappointed today. Really proud of our effort on Thursday, and we got to continue to grow and understand what went well Thursday and what didn't go well today and do a better job.
What's going to be needed from your basketball team on Thursday night against
well,
LSU?
I mean, we all know we got to box out. So obviously today, I mean, we flat out got annihilated on the glass. We got to have more energy and effort at all 5 spots. You know, Aaliyah was leading us in rebounding with 4 at halftime, and when you're 2 players leading you in rebounding, that's a real problem, you know, at the 4 and the 5 spot of understanding what we need to do. I mean, they had 21 offensive rebounds to our 12, so, you know, rebounding's about effort and energy, and for whatever reason, we looked a little tentative rebounding the ball today, and we've got to improve that.
Coach, thank you for your time. We'll see you on
Thanks,
Thursday.
Roger.
Roll Tide. That's the head coach of the Alabama Crimson Tide, Christy Curry. Her comments after Arkansas picks up this win, 77-59 the final score. Our visit with Coach Curry always presented by Cook's Pest Control and Centricon, the unbeatable combination in termite protection. This is the Regions postgame show. Show your Tide pride and get a win for your wallet with the University of Alabama Regions Visa debit card and prepaid Regions Now card. Order now at regions.com/GoBama. When we come back, we'll take a look at the final stats and tell you what